Greetings, esteemed viewers. This month, we have critical updates spanning new administrative notices for the Korean Motor Vehicle Safety Standards, KMVSS, major revisions to K-NCAP testing protocols for EV safety and crash tests, and the official promulgation of the Vehicle Cybersecurity Management System, or VCSMS. Over the next 5 minutes, we will guide you through these key regulatory changes so you can keep your development schedules on track. Let's start with the KMVSS administrative notices. The Ministry of Land, Infrastructure and Transport has drafted new requirements for acceleration control for pedal error, or ACP. Harmonized with UN Regulation No. 175, the scope for ACP installation is expanding to include passenger cars, buses, trucks, and special purpose vehicles under 3.5 tons. For passenger cars, these requirements are scheduled to apply to new types starting January 1, 2029. Additionally, the assessment criteria for bumper safety have been slightly relaxed. The draft now allows for damage to driver assistance sensors, cameras, and radars during bumper impact tests, aligning with UN Regulation 42 Amendment 2. The notice also legally permits the installation of a single manufacturer logo lamp, provided the light-emitting surface does not exceed 100 square centimeters, and mandates the installation of a traction battery remaining life monitor. Moving on to K-NCAP EV safety is a major focus, with new draft protocols for Battery Management System, BMS, active safety, and post-crash EV fires. The total EV fire safety score will be split, 70 points for BMS and 30 points for the bottom surface crash test. For the bottom surface crash, manufacturers can now choose their test speed, either 40 km per hour or 30 km per hour, and decide whether to include a water immersion test. However, choosing the lower speed reduces your maximum possible score. Crucially, if your vehicle fails the bottom surface crash requirement, the post-crash fire safety score drops to 0, and the overall EV safety rating will be downgraded to just 1 star. For traditional crash safety, vehicles equipped with an automatic door locking (ADO) function must now have this feature activated during full frontal and frontal offset MDV crash tests. Furthermore, K-NCAP is expanding its seat dynamic whiplash test by introducing a high-severity test, which adds lower neck shear force and seatback dynamic deflection as new capping items. K-NCAP is also actively drafting its own ACP assessment protocols for 2026 and 2027. While the 2026 test will evaluate using a vehicle target, the 2027 draft introduces a pedestrian target utilizing the specific dummy outlined in the Euro NCAP AEB VRU test protocol. Manufacturers will need to ensure their systems can reliably detect this pedestrian target and manage acceleration accordingly. In autonomous driving news, Kotri is preparing a KMVSS draft to expand data elements for automated driving system event data recorders, ADS-EDR, adding triggers for ABS emergency braking. They are also harmonizing recording conditions for the data storage system for automated driving, DSSAD, with the UN-GRVA draft regulations. Finally, let's look at administrative rules. The detailed requirements for VCSMS certification have been officially promulgated and implemented starting November 4, 2025. Harmonized with UN Regulation No. 155, these certificates will be valid for 3 years. Manufacturers must be prepared for rigorous on-site audits where they must demonstrate solid cybersecurity validation activities, including penetration testing. On the legislative side, a new bill proposes subsidies for operators of fully autonomous vehicles. This financial support could cover vehicle purchases, business operations, and infrastructure costs, provided the operator obtains the necessary performance certifications. Thank you for watching.